Welcome to chapter 19. Here we go. Herr Müller seufzt. And remember we had the ZT. Well, in this case, actually, it's regular. Seufzt. Seufzen. But if I want to say you seufzt. Yeah? Do you remember how to do this? Du seufzt. And for do, normally you should put an ST at the end, but with a Z that doesn't happen. So du and Herr as Sie. Herr as Sie is also a nice way to remember it. It's also for Herr and Frau Müller. Seufzt. So they look the same. Yeah? And the Ich form as we're talking, ich seufz, seufze. Now seufzen, I have no idea how to connect this other than with French. So Mr. Miller, soif. So when I have soif, which is the thirst, I sigh. I'm thirsty again. So for the French speakers among you, this might be a nice way to remember it. Whenever you feel soif, j'ai soif, then you are sighing. Let's see. Meine schlimmsten Befürchtungen sind eingetroffen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the verb, and then this belongs to it, and you see it's a past form, eintroffen, which is in the infinitive. To find the infinitive, you just play around with this little vowel here, yeah? This so-called stem vowel. And there's only A, E, I, O, U, so you have either traffen, treffen, triffen, troffen, truffen. Yeah? Let me actually put this here. And maybe you recognize already one. You can see triff somewhere, but not triffen. So treffen is the one you're looking for. So eintreffen, not sure whether you remember treffen. Treffen was to hit, actually, to meet as well. You can hit a goal, ein Ziel treffen, or you meet a person, ich treffe Peter, or you, what else do you have? God, I had a nice association a second ago. So, let's take hit for now. If it comes again, I pick it up again. So something has hit inside, hit home. Sorry, I remember. Eine Entscheidung treffen. So you see scheiden from before, and you remember when you separate all possibilities, all opportunities from the one that you go for, that's called an Entscheidung, a decision. And in German the combination is eine Entscheidung treffen, if you want to express it more formally. Of course you could also use just sich entscheiden and no treffen in here. Yeah, in German you hit decisions, yeah, or you meet a decision, however you want to remember it. So something has hit home. Eintreffen means to, well, also to arrive, very formal way to say it so, but let's say received. Let me say the whole sentence because it's a bit different in a context, and this is why you always, if you are not clear what a word means, look up the whole context. To come through in this, to arrive, which to come through. I like that. The truth has arrived. So what has arrived, or what is his problem? Well, mine, yeah, which is my, schlimm. Well, there's a slim chance that it's getting worse. So, and as we have the ST here, we copy that, worst. And now here we have a word that maybe you have seen somewhere, that is Furcht. And Furcht is the fright. The fear. Yeah, and you see the fright, let me put this under it. Yeah, F-R-C-H-T, F-R-G-H-T. Just the U is different. So die Furcht is the fright, is the fear. So his worst fears have become true. And Befürchtung is basically, what did it say? Well, it just takes us as fear, but let me see if Befürchtung on its own has a different meaning. Concern is a nice word, yeah? And what Germans sometimes say is, das hab ich befürchtet. I worried about that. Yeah? So to worry about it is befürchten, aber meine Befürchtungen, my fear, my concerns are. So his worst fears have come true. Yeah, you can live with fear, but sometimes there's a bit more precise translation. Die Möpse des Kanzlers wurden wirklich entführt. Wurden is the verb, and wurden is werden, würde, whatever. It's not translated. It is used with the past participle. You can see that by the end. There's no GE here due to end. That is something we cover when we do the separable, inseparable verbs. So the pax of the Chancellor, I think, is clear. Wurden here is in the past. I can see that you not, but have been entführt we had in the very beginning. That's the whole story about led astray, which basically means kidnapped. Yeah? So led away. Yeah? The wirklich is an interesting word. Wirklich, literally that is workly, something that works. Wirken means to work, for medication. Yeah? To work as a human means arbeiten, like an arbiter, remember that. Yeah? Now, why am I playing around? There's a nice word here, Wirklichkeit. I turn this into a noun by adding kite. I can do that with a few other adjectives as well. So, well, wirklich doesn't mean workly, it means really. So what does Wirklichkeit mean then? Give it 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Reality. Yeah, so reality. Wirklichkeit. Sometimes when you tell a story to someone, I had the face like this, and maybe you know someone who they always say, wirklich? Oh, really? Yeah, it can be quite annoying, but I don't think it's necessarily meant in a bad way. They're not questioning you, they're basically confirming you. Ah, really? Wirklich? Ah ja, wirklich. Und es ist alles meine Schuld. Und we can kill has no meaning, just connects. It is all very easy. My is also clear. Schuld. Schuld. Did we talk about Schuld? Schuld. Looks a bit like shoulder. And it's my fault that my shoulders are so stiff because I'm sitting in front of this computer far too long. It's my Schuld. It's my fault. Yeah. But it could also mean Schulden, which is always plural, means debts. So somehow the debt and the fault, or actually literally could also be my guilt. Yeah, they are connected. Yeah, and if someone is guilty, Schuld, and for adjectives, the T, what can we use? It's the IG. We often use the IG to build adjectives, which is guilty. How are things? It's all my fault. Yeah, it's all my guilt. Or I'm guilty of it all. Jetzt beginnt. We see this. So the jet flies. Oh, there's a jet right now. Oh. So now begins he to whine, which is of course not as bad. It is, you know, when Germans whine, that's crying. You always have to tone things a bit down with Germans. Yeah. English people whine, Germans cry. Simone und Stefan schauen einander an. Schauen, so Simone und Stefan are looking einander, well, anschauen, remember that, to look at one another. Literally one another, look at one another, einander. Ein, like eins, ein, the S is missing, but yeah. Or maybe we kill this, we have the ein as an A or N, and under means other, possibly as precise or as easy to remember. So they are looking at each other. Der Fall ist gerade viel komplizierter geworden. Something is worden, and now you have a werden here that actually is translated. So the case is just now feel, I feel, remember me? I feel a lot, kompliziert, kompliziert, complicated, become. So this is one of the very few cases in which werden actually is translated as to become. Yeah, it has become complicated.